The spoken word that you are listening to is called Jones Coming Down. Simply put, it's about drug use and what happens when the drugs wear off, when the Jones comes down. And the group performing it are none other than the last poets, social activists, poets, and considered by many the first rappers. Today I will be discussing how influential and diverse rap used to be before it was ruined by the West Coast. So let's begin. Back in the late 70s, early 80s, social commentary was all the rage. Black Black Americans were angry, were unemployed. Drugs were infiltrating our neighborhoods. Financial problems were rife. And Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five showcased those struggles with the rap called The Message. And it was hard hitting and educational. And it was set to a beat. And it opened the door to many other raps that had social commentary that were relevant to the black community. One such rapper who used a dance type style, Curtis Blow, with These Are the Breaks, who let us know, who told us about job loss and repossessions, but to a party feel. But it didn't stop there. We had different artists, African Bambaataa, and other groups who used their platform to highlight what was going on in the inner cities, not just in New York, but in all other inner cities. This what was happening in the black community, and they were our voice. So we can fast forward to the early 80s and mid 80s, where rap began to diversify. Yes, we still had the social commentary rap, but we also began to hear women, MC Light, Salt and Pepper, who brought sexy into our vocabulary. And rap became an art form. It was all about the flow, all about the DJs, and definitely it was about the lyrics. And as it diversified, it also set trends in our black community, from our slang to the way we dressed. And we were being educated by Public Enemy, My Philosophy. We were dancing at house parties with Kid and Play. We were dressing like Kid and Play with a high top fade and the loose shirts. And then rappers started including slow jams. We had slow jams, we had rap that implemented jazz, Kwame, the rhythm. Rap was our voice, our entertainment. It let us know what was going to be happening that summer. It was a good time, social awareness, sexy, and fun. That set our stage for the 80s, early 90s. But let's fast forward. Let's fast forward to the mid 90s. Now, the West Coast wasn't all bad. I am definitely still an MC Hammer fan. When he brought Let's Get It Started and he had all that energy on the stage and everybody was trying to dance like him, that was a good thing. Yes, MC Hammer gave rap a shot in the arm. We were dancing like Kid and Play, but MC Hammer brought that magnetism and it was a good thing until NWA. NWA that commercialized, weaponized the word nigga. It opened the door to the anything goes type of rap as long as it sells. It doesn't matter how harmful it was to the black community. As long as it sold records, they said it. They glorified violence. They glorified drug use, gang activity, sexism, Violence against women, calling women bitches. After that, after NWA normalized the word nigger, normalized gangs, normalized drugs, and normalized that anything goes, whether you had a flow or not, whether or not you were saying something relevant and helpful to the black community. The East Coast had to answer, and we got Biggie, and I'm a Biggie fan. Don't come at me, I'm a Biggie fan. But it opened the door for the anything goes, which is what we have now. What we have now is not rap. There's no social commentary. There's no flow. There's no diversity. It is anything goes, whatever sells. And I blame the West Coast for that. Rap was our voice. It was an instrument. It was used to bring awareness, education, and fun, primarily for the black community, but for other races and communities that appreciated what we were going through, what we were saying. Not anymore. Not anymore. Anybody now can be a rapper. We have the most vulgar women now who are not using their platform to accentuate sexy or sexism, but have just made it dirty. Rappers no longer have a flow or a message. And yes, I'm sorry. I absolutely blame the West Coast. I absolutely do. So, in conclusion, and it's really not much to really say other than had the East Coast continued to hold on to rap, a lot of the garbage that we have now that's being declared hip hop because they can't do rap now would not even exist. The West Coast opened the door for that. The West Coast did. Thank you for listening. Have a great evening.